I'm just already stupid confirmation. You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
I like the fact that I'm like talking to you, but like you can hear me. Yeah, bitch, I can hear you. Oh wait, it's my blue. Well, it's my beats. How bad am I in my beats? Well, I guess fuck it, whatever, dude.
No, it sound
Bro,
you sound perfect.
bro, let me tell you what happened this weekend. So
Running.
it's my wife's birthday. So we already kind of. So my wife's friend had a birthday on her birthday. Had a birthday dinner on her birthday, and my wife was fighting
But
me to
it
come up with that
wasn't
shit.
her birthday, right?
No,
Okay.
no, she made a birthday week. Would figure out the best thing that people can do was come in on her weekend. Now the difference is, and the bigger thing here, my wife turned 39. Her friend turned 40. All right, so she's like, "All right, you gonna do something for the big 4? Oh, I'm gonna appreciate that. All right, cool. So
Yeah, it's a big 4-0.
that
That's a bigger milestone.
yeah, so that had its own little things we had to deal with and go through. But that's not where I got to know it at, right? So mind
Okay.
you, I was trying to figure out how to kind of do some celebration of my wife, but also still handle some work shit. So I just got off of that shit with the work shit. I'm talking about like dog, just got off of it. So
Like you
Saturday,
and you was able to handle the birthday shit too?
no, hang
Both?
on. Here's the thing.
Oh, okay.
I so I literally Saturday I had enough energy that I can go do stuff with my wife because of how the work she was. Like, mind you, Monday to Friday, I didn't get like six. I can get six connected hours of sleep. Like, I wake at 3 hours. I go to sleep for 3 hours. Wake up, do some work. Like, all right, it's good enough. Pot. Now I go to sleep,
Oh, you
and then
was
I wake up.
spot sleeping. That's what you was doing.
Mm-hmm. And so I was telling her, I was like, listen, I won't lie to you. If I do anything for you this week, I won't have the energy to do whatever, but I'll play it by ear, or we'll play it by ear. And but I want to celebrate you. So I had enough energy. So we decided we're gonna go out there Saturday. Now I'm setting all this up to let you know. We did something with a friend Saturday night that pretty much put us on the other side of town for the put us on the other side of town basically that entire night. So my daughter had to spend the night at a friend's house, right?
Gotcha.
Um, my daughter
Did
gets in the
y'all wait?
car.
Oh, so y'all didn't have to go get her that night. That's good.
No, no. Well,
That's perfect.
actually, so here's the thing. My daughter been begging for a sleepover for months, right?
Really?
But here's the thing. So we're like, all right, cool, bet. My daughter starts texting us like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Hey, can you come home? I just want to sleep in my bed. Now, mind you, I'm like, what's going on? Something wrong? And
Yeah, you
listen,
think it's an issue.
oh no, it was. But the thing about it is, I'm like, you all right? You good? She's like, yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm like, hey, baby, if it's red flag, let me know. Red flag, I'm bowling through that house. She's like, no.
Exactly.
And my daughter, my wife was like, all right, cool, let me go. All right.
I'm glad y'all actually have that too. Like, is it a red flag or is it like that's pretty dope. I didn't have that set up either
Here's the
with my
problem.
kids.
It was a red flag one. It was not the. It's not the dad red flag one. Okay.
Okay. All right. All right.
So we were gone. So apparently, so I feel bad because the way my daughter told me the story, she told me the story that so this little girl called my daughter Black Monkey,
Called her
right?
what?
A black monkey,
Okay.
right? Whatever. My daughter said she told the girl was very much in her face and she said, "Whoa, whoa, back up, give me whatever." But I don't like you anyway, Black Monkey. Her friends start
I'm
so
already in another mode.
right. Her friends start laughing, and then the girl's sister goes, "Hey, you can't say that." And then they go, "Oh, I cool with it." And so they tell the mom, and the mom gets into the girl's ass about it, right? Do this, we can't say that shit, blah, blah, blah. You do this again, I'm calling your parents. Okay, bet. So apparently she does it again.
Oh
Mom calls
shit,
out
she
on her
did it
again.
twice.
Yeah, now here's the thing. They were at Six Flags when it happened. So when they were they were Six Flags. So I'm like, all right, cool. She handled the girl, but I guess the parents had come, whatever, that Six Flags, there's gonna be some issues, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So that's my understanding. So I mean, I hit up the lady. I'm like, man, look, I appreciate you for handling the situation, you know what I'm saying, and connecting the girl, right? Then
Okay.
I talk to my wife, and my wife goes, "Oh no, you missing out on some stuff." And I go, "Wait, what happened?" She said, "No, they weren't at Six Flags. They were at the house before Six Flags when she did
And
it
did it
twice."
happen at the house before Six Flags?
hmm We didn't get the call at all.
What?
We didn't get the call. And then so my daughter engages the mom, and the mom starts white girl crying about it. I'm like, "I'm so sorry. I feel so bad." Blah blah blah. Now she's a teacher too. I
I can't.
when she told me that, I had to apologize to my daughter because I didn't have all the context. I told her I thought whatever. I was like, I say I owe you an apology because I thought she handled it at Six Flags. I didn't know that she handled it, that it was still at the house. She goes, "Yeah." I said, "You know how Dad feels about that right now." She said, "Yeah." I said, "How you feel?" I'm still upset about it. And she was like, and she was like, I was like, Just making sure why you upset about it." She was like, "Because my friend, my friend was supposed to stand up for me, and she didn't." And I was like, "Yeah." I said, that's what got me hot right now." She said, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And because she knows the way that I talk and the way that I do things, you in my house, you're in my care. If you attack anybody in my space, I'm gonna handle you. Adult kid, you gotta go. Your parents gotta come get you. You gotta go sit in the corner. You gotta come. You making this uncomfortable. You took my daughter in an uncomfortable situation. Now, and this is the thing that I have an issue with. The thing that has me heated, right? If my daughter hauled off and decked that chick, you're going to stop. You're going to call me, and you're going to tell me and deck her. And if she did it again, you're not going to just tell her don't do that. Blah, blah, blah. But if she called her name again and she decked her again, you tell me to come get my daughter because she's a danger to the kid.
That's exactly what would happen. She wouldn't. She
But
wouldn't even wait, bro.
but because you racism was okay and it was on the table, it wasn't a deal breaker for you. You let my daughter sit through that twice, and then thought it was good enough for her to continue on the conversation, and that this kid who's shown that she doesn't care. And I'm talking about like this. She called it a black monkey. Then next time she was like, "I wish I was black so I can say the N word."
Oh, for real.
I told my wife, I said, "I don't have the capabilities of having this conversation without it escalating." I said, "My husband gonna have to come in." He's like, I know me. Her husband gonna have to come in. He's gonna have to come in, and I'm gonna have to see him." I said, "I don't want to see him." I said, but that's where it's going. So I talked to him because it's turning up. Because I said, "You can't tell me that you don't understand that this is a toxic environment, but you don't understand because this is not you. Words are words. The kid's just being mean. You don't understand this
Yeah.
kid's
She ain't
intentionally
being an
targeting my
asshole, but she
daughter."
also being racist.
Yeah, but then also you have to eat the fact that your kids. The thing about it, her dad's Dominican, her mom's white, right? Her kid's a white
Right.
person. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. But the fact is, they didn't see an issue. Well, the kids didn't see an issue. One of the kids saw it. Like the little middle child, she saw it. The other girl was just like ha ha. And the thing that makes it bad is I've told my daughter. My daughter's bigger than the other little girl. Like, hey, look, y'all are friends. You don't have to get physical. I say, but my daughter stood up for her. And I was like, y'all got to stand for yourselves. Stand up for yourselves. And so my daughter stood up for herself.
Hell
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? She stood up and said, told her don't do this, talk to the lady, talk to the adults. And the thing that's making me getting me very upset about this is it's always my daughter reaching out to the adult to take care of it, and the adult doesn't have the
It's dropping the
same.
fucking ball.
Yes, my daughter has enough decency to stand up for herself, but the parents are scared enough these adults don't have enough that they can't understand or don't know how to grapple how to deal with a conversation with racism with a child. And so they don't know. They're too afraid to speak to this child about racism, and that this isn't something you can say. And the kid's having fun because they don't see it because of your white kid is not going to know what racism is. It's fun. Now, again, the punching her in the face resonates because it's physical violence, but physical violence is where you draw the line, not emotional, because you don't comprehend what this feels like, and that's where I'm like, hey, bro, we're good. Like, and so much so, like we drop their kids off at school every morning. We drop them off at the bus. My daughter's like, she's not waiting for. Her. She's like, I'm ready to go. That's how it is. And I got to talk to my daughter to let her know. Like, I used to joke that, hey, look, the second y'all have beef, we moving. We ain't staying in Texas. The only reason we stay in Texas is because our friendship. I got to let her know, like, hey, look, that's not altogether true. Like you don't have to worry about me uprooting you because of this, because of that's where we're at now. I just thought they were friends. Like the idea that this is where the line in the sand was coming through, and the fact that it came to the top. Say, bro, no, you can't stand up to you a teacher, and you can't stand up to a 5-year old or a 10-year old. And you think I'm supposed to trust you in all endeavors with my daughter, knowing like you're gonna be like racism is just a kid thing or a kid phase. Say, bro, I can't deal with you. I can't deal you because the thing about it is right now I want to go. I'm trying. You know me. I'm trying to meet up with their parent. I'm like I want to meet up with his dad just so I can square up. My problem is right now. I
You
know
trying to
where I'm going.
square up.
I'm beating the shit out of this adult because I can't go at this kid, but I know where this kid learned it from. I know where it's okay at. I know where it's okay at. I know what household it's okay at. And I want to give him nightmares. I want to prove him right.
And all that will
I
happen
want to,
too.
yeah, I want to show him
I
that. Like,
I still think racism needs like immediate, like you need to like rectify it immediately. And if you don't
and
do it the right way,
the thing
like it
that
can
really
happen
bothered
again,
me,
like it happened again.
and I asked my daughter, she was like, I would have felt comfortable if I would have taken these fit fight classes. All right, cool. Year rolled Monday. Good. We're going to see him today. Here you go.
Look,
You want to do that?
what
Go ahead.
what expertise would you like to learn? Jiu-jitsu,
Thank you.
boxing?
That's exactly. We're gonna double dip. I'm gonna let her figure it out.
Yeah.
Put that girl in the armbar. Make she because she felt
I bet you
she
she
felt
won't
comfortable.
say black monkey again.
Yeah, and so
Shit.
it's violence is not the answer. I promise you it is. I promise you. I promise you it is. We'll figure it out. I didn't. I told her before. I said, look, I'm comfortable coming down there to school and talk to her. I said, man, so what happened when she said the N word? What did I do? I didn't know how to find that. Because that's my problem. I keep having these conversations where like I try to let her walk through, teach you be like, what do you want me to do? All right, bet. I'll show you. I'm gonna absolutely show you. Because that's where I'm at. I can't fathom me being in this space where I am comfortably having a conversation with someone who's just like, well, what do you want me to do? You know what? You know what I want you to do? I want you to move to the left. I don't even want you to do nothing. But also, when it comes time for my daughter to react, I need you to be in that same left position that you were in. I need you over there. Don't ask. Don't talk. Don't touch. I got it. Because I'm not bothered by it, bro. I'm not bothered by it.
Look, I'm glad that you are. You're supposed to be that way. I'm glad you feel that way too. Like that lets me know that like you're willing to handle situations that come around like that immediately. And instead of like thinking that it just gonna what's the word, handle itself, or like, oh, everybody will be fine after what. No, they not. That shit needs to be checked.
Yeah, and the thing that's pissing me off about it the most is my daughter. Like again, this is her best friend, dog. Like she in her head, she just knew that she was gonna have her back. Didn't happen. And the thing about it, she was like, and in my head, I'm like, all right, cool. If we know what it is and we know what the conversation is, that's fine. We just know how to progress. We know where to go. You know what you know. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. I'm trying my best. Like my wife is like, I can't believe you had her thinking about that on the way to school. So she was already thinking about it on the way to school. I just needed her to know, like I wasn't okay with what happened, and I had understand 100% context that I apologize. That's the weirdest part about it. Like me and my daughter, I can't have her thinking that I'm comfortable with this or that was enough. Because the thing about it is, dog, if that's not a safe place and this isn't a safe place, then where's a safe place? And that's where it's like, all right, now, dog, understand. And like, this is my one rule with my kids. Hey, listen, you don't need to worry about anybody else but me. Because
There you go.
we understand I'm not going to touch you. But just so you know, all this frustration that happens when I don't touch you, it's going to get released on somebody. Trust me, the person threatening you is going to
Somebody go
feel
get it.
everything. Yeah, like there's no way that you're going to get in trouble more than them if it's a situation that I can get you out of. Just so you know. And I was like, this is the goofiest shit I've ever told my daughter. I was like, you've seen me in a CrossFit gym. You've seen the amount of weights that I put on a bar. Ain't too many dads putting that on a bar. That I say you had to pick between them or me. You better pick me. I say, so now mind you, that's me on the dad. If you and an 11-year-old or you and a 14-year-old or you and an 18-year-old are having a conversation, just know there's a button on your watch that if you press it, I'm going to get an alarm. Any Zoom meeting I'm on is officially over. I'm
Yep.
10 minutes, I'm 10 minutes from your school. That means I'm 12 minutes from jail.
10 minutes from my school, 12 minutes from jail. I ain't gonna lie. I'm with you on that.
Yeah,
I'm with you
that,
on that.
that, that
And
drove me this morning.
also, you know what your kids need to know, though? Your
Nope.
kids also need to know, like, your daughter needs to know, your son will need to know that you're capable of that too. You feel what I'm saying?
I mean,
They need to
so
know
here's the
that you're
thing.
gonna respond like that if it comes to them like
Well, my daughter's seen me respond, but like she's never been like. So let me put this in a way. My neighbor across the street. Not across the street. My neighbor behind the yard. We
yeah.
constantly get into it behind the dog. She goes, and now mind you, her best friend was in there too. She told the kid to shut the fuck up behind one day, and I was like, whatever. I was like, wait, what happened? She's like, no, whatever, blah blah blah. She was at the dog. She told her shut the fuck up. I said, all right, y'all wait right here. And I said, y'all don't go outside. And that was it. And I was outside in the corner, and immediately was at the lady house. So you know what I'm saying, at the lady house, her daughter knew what happened. Her daughter was like, oh, she's going through some other stuff. I said, I still need to talk to her. I said, I understand. I said, I can understand if her dog, dad, mother passed. I still need to talk to her. There's a conversation that needs to happen. But he's like, I don't even curse like that. I was like, man, I hear you. I mean, you ain't I hear you all the time. I know you know these words. You know what I'm saying? I know you know the words.
I,
You can't.
look, I know you know them, and I know you know the definition. True.
Yeah, but I was like, I said one, two things. I'm address this, whatever. So, because I said we ain't gonna get the truth. I said two things. One, you don't talk to my kids like that. Period. I said I got to. That's my kid, and my best friend. So I don't need to hear that you talking about that anyway. Second off, man, this door is not thick enough for you to talk to my kids like that. I said, ma'am, I'll call the police over this my goddamn self. I said we're good. I said, we're good. I said, I'm not going to, I said, I want to make you clear. I'm not threatening you. I'm not doing no other shit. So you need to handle your kids. You need to handle a goddamn dog. I said, bro, I don't want to be coming. So I don't need to come through here to do none of this shit. I said, I don't want to hear none of that shit and blah, blah, blah. And she was like, well, you know, your dog is barking. I said, ma'am, your dog's barking, tearing the hole through my fucking fence. I said, listen, I ain't had this conversation with you, but I can definitely show kill this goddamn dog. I say that's how the conversation will go, but we can keep it nice. We can do whatever. And I remember flipping out that day. And that was just it. And I came back and she was like, man, what happened? I thought you were going. I said, man, listen, I'm going to make it home safe. You were safe and sound. I just need to know whatever. Blah, blah, blah. So I've done the due diligence. You know what I'm saying? Like she's walked with me and like people got too close and saw my mood change when they got too close. Like I remember
Yeah.
flipping out. You move this way. You are angry and you're not about to whatever. I don't know. It's on my personal space, my kid. I be going through it. And so to hear that happen,
Well, you gotta
you
think.
know, like
Like the only thing I've given, like my kids have only seen me flip out on them or for them maybe like 2 or 3 times. Uh, my oldest daughter actually saw it. She saw it the most because it happened to her. When was that? She was working at a restaurant, Lanyap in Baton Rouge, in Baker, in Zachary.
mm-hmm,
And one of the cook, my baby was like in high school, still working Lanyap. And
mm-hmm,
one of the cooks like called out her name, like called her a bitch or something. And
mm-hmm,
she called me, nigga. I left. I'm just like you said. I'm 4 minutes away from the restaurant. I put on my
yep,
clothes, drove to the restaurant, told the manager I need to speak to whatchamacallit. And he was like, for what reason? That has nothing to do with you. I just need to speak to him. Can you bring him to the door? I let my daughter sit there. She came in. I put my hands behind my back. I said, sir, did you call my daughter out her name? No, I was like, you already stuttering, which means you already lying. I asked you a simple question, brother. And then the manager came up. Do we have an issue? No, I don't have an issue if this man don't apologize to my daughter and then literally do not speak to her for the rest of the time that my daughter works here. I won't have an issue. But if it happens again, and I'm not even talking to him, I was talking to the manager at this time, and he's standing right in front of me. I was like, if it happens again, I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna handle it myself. And then I look at him. Do we have an issue? He was like, no, 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 sir. I'm telling you, it didn't happen like that. I swear I did. I was like, I don't want to hear swear. I said, my daughter don't lie about things like that. And I was like, and the way she feels right now, I don't want her feeling that way. And I'm 4 minutes away from this place. And I'm gonna be back up here to pick her up.
So, and the weird part about it, bro, and I hate it. I hate it, but I embrace it. Is that degree of separation? It's like you don't feel like they don't feel like they they see your kids and they think your kid is um they're on their own, they're on their island. It's them versus their kid, your kid, right? Which the thing about it is, I want to empower my daughter to be who she can. And I want her to speak up for herself, right?
Right.
And that's why I applauded that. But the thing that I hate is there are people that see her and be like, oh, I can take her, and then therefore I got to be like, but you got to take me too, cuz like you just saying the one thing you just realize you. I'm saying when you shake the tree, I'm sorry, dog. Like understand, you're gonna get the fruit, but you get just so you know, there's roots attached to that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
For real.
you know what I'm saying. And so that's the thing where I'm like, she gotta. I don't again, bro. The thing that's pissing me off to know it to the deep end is like, why did they feel like they could do that? Uh, why do they feel like they could do that to my daughter? And that's the thing. It's like,
Hmm.
and the thing about it is, I understand why this kid thinks she can do it. She has entitled life. But the problem that bothered me is, hey, mom, why'd you see that go down? You know. And again, you should have enough understanding. Like we gonna know. I don't know why she figured like the kids would know. And so I told my daughter she can do. She's like, my wife said she gonna talk to the counselor of the school. I'm like, if that's talking about how to get my daughter out of it, that's cool. But I'm still gonna have to talk with the parents. Like I'm gonna give her first crack, but she don't want to do it. I got to do it because we gotta have an understanding. Because as far as I'm concerned, the situation's gonna change. Your daughter can come to my house. My daughter's not staying over there. Not coming by. We're not gonna have
Ever,
that.
nigga.
And my no, because I'm gonna keep it 100. My wife is already feeling the type of way about some of the treatment, but some of the treatment. But after kind of seeing this today, hey, bro, I'm sorry. We're good. Like I'm not as cordial as my wife when it comes to other things. I don't mind making it clear like we are not comfortable. Like I can keep it cordial, but I can make it clear like we're not besties. Like we're not besties. Don't talk to me like we are. Um, let's not do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of where I'm at. So she's gonna have to. They'll figure it out some kind of way. But
I don't know.
I'm
They're
telling
gonna
you,
have to. Like, but like I can tell you this with old girl, the way we're gonna see if this is gonna happen again, or like if what's the word happen again, or is allowed again. Because you know she ain't gonna do it in front of her parents, but she will do that shit at school.
oh,
You know what I'm
boy,
saying?
I definitely told my daughter like she got to let like when these situations happen, especially like I've already been on a warpath, but I was like she got to let me know next time this stuff happens, um, because of how I am about it. But the thing about it with my daughter, and I just want to point, I'm gonna phrase it like this, right? Um, with my daughter, the reason that it becomes bad is, um, the reason that it becomes bad is I explained to my daughter a couple of times about how other friends that you know what I'm saying what the issue with friends. It was like, listen, I have to I have to know that the friends that you hang out with that they are going to get you home safe.
Yes.
And if I don't trust them to get you home safe, I can't trust you to go with them. I can't trust them to spend the night with you because if something goes wrong with you, I need them to be able to get you home. You know what I'm saying? Like the thing about it is, Chloe, there's nothing that if I accidentally shoot you in the leg, I'm not going to worry about the police. I'm going to get you home. I'm going to get you to the hospital. I'm not going to worry about my welfare. I'm going to get you to the hospital. If I'm out and about and my cousin is getting into it with you or getting into it with whatever. I'm gonna handle my cousin, but my goal is to get you home. I'm not picking sides. If your friends are with me, I'm gonna make sure both your friends get home safe. I'm not gonna be like, well, let me make sure my daughter gets to the car, blah blah blah. Hey man, these kids need to get home. This dude is trying to harass her friend. He drunk as shit, drunk as well. That's my daughter too. So they gonna come home. And so now I'm looking at having to deal with the fact that her best friend's parents, like it wasn't even like and that's the thing that's gonna stick with me and haunt me. It wasn't even some high risk scenario. It wasn't a thing that was, oh no, we had to deal with this tough conversation about uh uh I don't even know, because this to me this is the tough conversation, but it's not like she was beating this kid. It's not like she was just doing whatever. It's like, listen, this kid is having a serious conversation about lack of respect. This kid is trying to bully in the worst with using the worst thing they know possible because they feel like they can. You are 40 plus year old about to talk to a 10-year-old. You're trying to tell me you don't have the wherewithal or the conversation skills to address this 10, 11-year-old to understand that this ain't
I got a
welcome and
question,
then
Trey.
kick them out. Yeah.
I got a question. How many other black people were there?
None, from my understanding.
That makes sense.
Like that. Because again, bro, I'm in a melting pot. So like again, her kids are of just call it interracial, mixed Dominican. The girls, I'm assuming, were white. But from my understanding, it was like a party of six, right? And so whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. In my head, um, in my head, the way I looked at that, the way I looked at that and how that went down, I looked at it. Hold on. The way my head went down, the way I looked at it is I was like, man, I hate the, you know what I'm saying? I was worried about my daughter being like the black friend. So you know what I'm saying? A lot of black friends. But one thing I'm like,
What is that? I just want to let you know your screen is huge, nigga.
no,
The way you look at screens and the way you said your eye was here and then you said this here. Oh, oh.
why?
I'm like, God, how wide is your monitor? Long hair, don't care. Hey, did Boo's brother get married or something? Did Torrance get married? I believe. Rewrite key first to
Yo,
paragraph.
you can't hear me.
I can hear
Can
you
you hear
now.
me? Okay.
I can hear you now.
All right. Yeah. That's because my mic and shit got switched around. I have my headphones. Whatever. I was having an issue with my mic, with my mouse setup, so I ended up signing out from my account, and I just realized now that when I signed out of my account, it took my goddamn Bluetooth away. I was like, that's disrespectful. And so I was like, wow, now I gotta re-enroll my Bluetooth headphones. I was like, you motherfuckers. Yeah, dog. But ooh, what were you
Mm.
asking me? You said you had asked me a question.
Oh, I was saying like, did whatchamacallit get married this weekend or something?
Oh, you
Booster
mean
brother.
oh uh TQ being married?
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Yeah, he has, huh?
yeah. He got married a minute
Where
ago,
was
dog.
where was Izzy at this weekend? Because I follow Izzy for
Man.
everything that I should be doing if I was single.
Oh yeah. Hang on, let me look at this. But that dude be everywhere. Listen, let me tell you
Izzy
something.
be everywhere, bro. Like, bruh, I ain't even tell you this straight. When me and wifey went, remember we went to Aruba last year, right, for vacation, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
When we was flying back, we had a layover for a whole day in Miami. Do you want to know who else was in Miami partying? And I just hit up randomly.
Who?
Izzy. Izzy was at a whole house party in Miami. I just texted him. I was like, bro, is this still going on? Because me and wifey just touched down. He was like, damn, I wish I would have known.
Man, look, the funny part about it, I'm looking to see. You gotta remember, I'm on the outside of the coalition these days. And the crazy part about it is I was looking, I was like, all right, cool, man. Uh I, the, it's like a bunch of them is like, all right, man, I know who probably be the easiest to know. Because he'd be like me, he'd be like, bro, he off the scene when he posts. But
Oh,
no,
yeah, yeah,
probably
yeah.
somebody got married, but I not from my understanding, let me phrase this, from my understanding, they still good in the hood. They still good in the hood. And hey, look, I forgot before I can tell you this, man, something happened to when I updated my devices. Sidebar, have you updated? Oh, you have an Android, so you don't have the benefits of seeing iOS 17 and 18.
No, I don't. But I've had the benefit of seeing iOS 17.
Yes, you
That's
have.
all. That's all I can say.
Okay, well, let me tell you this. With the update, it raised hell on my setup. So my mouse, which works on multiple devices, stopped working because I needed to sign back in and out. And so now I'm having to sign back in and out. And in doing so,
One.
certain pieces aren't working anymore. And it's annoying the life out of me because I would like it to work. I would like them to work, and it's not working now. And so I'm like, oh great. So I'm doing all these little knick-knack troubleshooting, and I need them to know, hey, I'm not satisfied. It's still better than having to do my old PC days where I'm having to reinstall everything. Now I'm just having to sign in and out. And me and this Bluetooth ain't even an issue. I've had too many Bluetooth headphones, and so now I'm not sure which is the right headphone, and so that part it's on me. All right, let's see. Yep. All right, let's do that. Let's see what's up. All right. I'm good with that.
Oh. Working, bro. So what you got on your plate for the day, bro? Be honest. What you got? Bang, bang, bang. I'm with it.
Hello. What the fuck? Speaker.
Yeah, I'm here.
Wait, I said, could
Did
you
you
hear?
hear me?
Yeah, I heard you. Can you hear me? Am I making sound? Reply yes or no.
No, did you hear me when I asked you the question? What's on your plate for the day?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I was talking and it wasn't coming through, and I was like, oh no. Yeah, no, man. I gotta do a couple meetings, gotta prepare a presentation about what I believe the future of my what I believe the future of sign in looks like. And so I gotta give some opportunities.
Hmm.
Have you ever heard of this is a good time to talk about, have you ever heard of FIDO or passkey?
I've heard of passkey. I haven't heard of Fido.
FIDO and passkey the same thing, right? But long story short, a passkey is so that this is cool little new new security thing, right? So you have your phone has, what is Android face scan? Is that just called face ID? What do y'all call, not face ID? What do y'all call it? Face or biometrics? Biometric
I
is
don't
most,
know, just
yeah.
biometric. I think it's
Yeah.
connected to biometric.
All right. So you can use your thumbprint or your face ID, but what happens is you create a localized password on your computer. So your computer has a set of passwords, and um the service that you're subscribing to or that you're connecting to also has a pass key, right? So they don't agree on the password, they agree on how to solve the password, right? Now you keep how to solve it on your side, right?
Right.
Now it proceeds to on their side. In order to validate, you have to, it sends you, let's say it sends your phone three problems that it
What?
needs to solve, and your phone solves those three problems, proving that it is authenticated, and then it sent it back. Now, in regular land, just an example, if I say 2 plus 2 is what? Wait, can you hear me? Hello, hear me? Am I, wait, come on, let me see something. Speaker. Am I frozen? Am I going out? Hello. I can't even
I'm gonna be
communicate.
honest with you, bro. You've been real choppy for the last like 30 seconds.
If you can hear me, fuck Spectrum. Okay, you can't hear me. Oh. Wasn't me. I don't think. Hard to say. You see, is it me?
I have no idea what happened. Like none. Like your voice started getting choppy and everything. It was crazy.
Is it me? Is it you? Can you see coming
And
through?
look, and I only heard you for like 10 seconds out of that 45 seconds you was talking.
Wait. Oh wow. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know if it was me or if it was you.
I think it was me. But I was like, how's my phone fucking up? My phone got perfect data. I got 5G. I'm connected to Wi-Fi.
I'm not gonna ask. I'm gonna ask no more questions. But no, it's the biometrics. I mean, passkey is basically how your phone and your the phone and the service have a secret language, it's a secret handshake that y'all understand. So if I told you, know what I'm saying, the thing is, it's this new way that instead of you having to remember a passkey or you having to remember, I mean, password and anything, your phone and the device have agreed that they're going to share coded language, right?
Right.
So I'm working on understanding that logic and learning how is that beneficial, as well as how much are we going to have to train people on the knowledge of it. And so it's just like me understanding like what's the lay of the landscape. I am so much the fact that that I become an expert in not anything relative to the operations of the sites and the nuances of the entire site. It's just how well do people sign in and sign out? and forget to access their passwords. The thing about it is, if I do my job well enough, especially with passkey, a lot of what I'm worrying about goes away. And so I'm like, all right, I hope y'all have backup work for me. It's the password solutions, whatever. But I ain't gonna lie to you. One of the things that I'm trying to figure out what Google answer for is um iOS has a way that, so you know how right now you want to share a password, you have to, if you want to share an account with someone, you have to give them access to your password, right? And so since you have to give them a password, that means you have to have a password. And since you have a password and an email, you now have two forms of verification that can have a data breach. Um, and you have to do that because you need to be able to share it with your family. Now, you can go and do that thing where your phone sends you a code. But
Yeah.
remember, you got to be able to get the code and be able to share it with everybody involved, right? Now, imagine if I can create a group with these codes and everybody who I've invited to that group has access to that code. That means you can use Face ID. You don't need to remember nothing. I don't have to give you the password. I don't have to create a password. You just have access to that account. Right? That's what passkey is. It's I can create some security and then I can share the security with people, but I'm also knowing that it's still secure. And that's the part that I like. Like imagine if somebody had access to your information. So they have access to your email, right? They not access to your email. They have access to your email address, right? They type your email address in. Oh man, and they try to run through every password they can imagine. But since it doesn't go through, and I was like, oh, bet, perfect, love it, love it. And so we're trying to learn that. Is it the best solution? Not especially, but I think it's going to be the easiest to adopt because it's going to use technology people already are using. So I'm doing all that research and all that other shit, and I need to put that in for some presentation because it's going to go up the chain. I
Yeah,
hate the
it is.
fact that I hate the fact that I spend so much time making presentations these days. I would just rather not.
I
But
mean, but think about it. As you make presentations, that's like you were like that's what you've been doing. Like you would do a little work, but the presentation actually is the most work you do on the work. You finish the work, but now you got to present it, and presenting to work is actually the work you got to do. That's crazy.
yeah, but I suck at. I think I always hate presenting because it's like
I don't know why you good at it.
but you got to know your audience. The
That's
problem is
true.
my audience, and it's like I try to guess my audience, and then trying to figure out like, all right, cool, how knowledgeable are them? How knowledgeable are they? And one of mine is one of the people I have to I represent with knows 2/3 of everything, and then sometimes it's like I don't want to have to stare him right when he goes off and he starts talking about that 1/3 that he doesn't know. And so for me, it's like, hey,
Like, I'm coming.
do you want information or do you want the final result? You know what I'm saying? And that's
Mm,
the thing. It's like, all right, if you don't need the background, I'll need to give you the background. And so I'm just gonna give you I'm gonna just give you the information that we have, and you just gotta ask backup questions, right? And so I feel like that's my favorite approach thus far. But the problem is if I tailor it to him, oh good, I'm not back with my thing. If I tailor it to him, that means other people are going to fall to the wayside because they don't get that kind of they don't get the knowledge brief. But if I don't tailor it to him, then we get derailed. And so I hate that. But that's because he's the, you know what I'm saying, he's the highest paycheck in the room. That's how I gotta be.
I got you. I got you. I mean, that's what it is.
The MVP, most valuable paycheck, as they like to say it.
I love most valuable paycheck. That's what everybody is aiming for. Am I being? Let's be real.
Yeah. Listen, I respect it. I respect it also as a person who has the least to gain from this going well. Uh,
Mhm.
but I'm not here to argue. Point me to the people you want me to care about. I care about. I'll get better with the art of doing doing it all. But right now,
Tell you.
mm-mm.
Guess what I'm gonna do.
I was gonna ask what you got going on.
Oh well, I'm still working on the website. My whole idea is like I'm gonna try to find. Uh, I'm researching the managers how to do a managerial case study,
Mm-hmm.
and because I wrote luckily, and that's just off what you told me to do, which was brilliant. While I was working that contract, I wrote down every day what I did. So like in my
Mm-hmm.
stand-up meeting, I wrote down what I did, what we had planned to do, and at the end of the day, I kind of wrote down kind of the things what we handled. So I got like 40, 50 pages of my book of what I did for people, or the
Mm-hmm.
problems I solved. So now I'm gonna see if I could just take that information and look at that managerial case study and be like, all right, how can I input this? How can I talk about this without, ruining NDA? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I wish it was so much easier and so much clearer on that shit. Like what can't
What
do.
can I say? What can I say? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Look, I want you to do this because I know I got to get into something in about 30 minutes that I got to set up for.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stream a little bit later on today, so if you up for it, hop in. But I'm gonna text you and let you know when I'm getting back on this stream.
Yeah, man, we can do this later on, man. Right now, I'm over here trying to troubleshoot and talk to you at the same time, so I'm half in and half out the door. I might
Figure
be
that. What
floating
about
when we come back
when is
in.
your last meeting?
Man, I have I'll tell you this, man. We can hop back on at 2.
Your
We
last
can
meeting
hop
is
back
at
on at
2?
2. No, my sync ends at 2 o'clock. I have my last meeting is at 6:30. Shut up. My last meeting ends at 7 exactly. Sorry, my bad. Shut up.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I got a
Let's put
big.
like this. I'm gonna log in. I'm about to tie in and knock out some shit for about an hour or two while getting ready for it. Because I got to do publications for these comedy shows and shit.
Nah, you
Also,
good.
sir, if you did want to come to the comedy show, if you did want to perform, it's on you.
So about this, are you talking about on the 6th?
Yep, that's on you.
Boy,
That's on you.
listen, if I can make it in, because I'm gonna be flying back from I talked to my wife about it. I'm gonna be flying back from Arkansas. So I literally got to figure out if I can get off a flight and on a flight, I will.
Ooh, that's tough. I wouldn't put
Heck,
that. I wouldn't want to put that on your soul like that.
the funny part about it is
That's a lot of fun.
my wife would do that with no sleep, and lose no sleep. So that's why it's happened. So that's what I was like, I figured out. But yeah, all right, man. I'll hit you up in a little bit.
All right, bro.
All right, peace.